Hi everyone, welcome to your Monday Facebook Live with MC2, Michelle's Creative Corner. I am Michele Salcho and today is Monday, August the oh my gosh, my watch isn't telling me. I'm going to say the 23rd. I'm not going to attempt the year because I've goofed that up several times recently, but I can't believe it's the end of August. My daughter is getting married this Friday, so it is a busy week, busy time for us right now. And I'm going to forget to say something. I know that I am. So we're just going to have to wing it a little bit. I got all my pieces ready to show you the project. Celebration, the second go-round for 2021 is not quite half over. Remember, there are promotions for your purchases of $50 or more. You get to select celebration items for that, as well as 100, well, anything in increments of 50. You get to select free celebration items. We're going to use one of those items in our card this afternoon. We're also going to use a technique called paper piecing. I'm bound to say that wrong at least once during our time together today. And I would love to do lots more with this stamp set. I am going to do lots more, but I'm not going to do lots more today because it is coloring, and coloring can take some time. But I would love to talk about some of the other ways that you can color this image. This weekend on Saturday is the August Card Club featuring the Art in Bloom. That class is sold out. However, if you can wait 1 week to get your kit, then I will open it back up for orders, lack of a better term. I did not anticipate the demand appropriately. So I do have my website, but it's over here, website and current host code showing in the corner. So that is so that you can place an order if you would like to take advantage of that ordering special, the celebration items. And you can also use that website to join my team, because there are some real perks for joining my team. Joining Stampin' Up during celebration earns you a free bundle from the mini catalog. All right, sorry, while I get my pieces out here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this camera in. I'll put myself up there. Oops, that's not what was supposed to happen. There, that's what's supposed to happen. All right, so I've already done a little bit of stamping. In case my stamping goes awry, I can use these pieces instead. Same with this. I actually did that so that I could get my measurements a little more accurate. How about that? So now, if you've been playing along recently, you also know that I am getting ready to leave my full-time job. September the 3rd is my last official day with Bridge. And then I'm going to be Stampin' Up full-time, so hold on. We got some exciting things coming your way. I am planning on some daytime get-togethers. Okay, evidently I cannot look for this at the same time. Come on, where are you? Delivering. There it is. Page 32 of the mini catalog. This stamp set is called Delivering Cheer. I'm going to go ahead and take the host code off so that you can see this a little bit better. So this stamp set is called Delivering Cheer, and you've seen stamp sets like this in the past, you know, that have been similar. I meant to grab one of my favorite that's a little similar to this, or makes me think of this, from a few years ago. I didn't sell it. I sell most of my retired product, but I could not sell this particular stamp set because I just love it so much. So this is Delivering Cheer. You can color this with watercolor pencils. You can color it with your alcohol blends. You can color it with your ink and blender pens. You can color it with your ink and your water painters, and your pastels could come into place. So lots and lots of ways to color this. Today we're going to use alcohol blends, so the Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers, and paper piecing. And we are paper piecing and we're using some of this as our layers as well. So this is the Peaceful Prints Designer Series paper. And this pack is a full pack of Designer Series paper, 12 sheets of Designer Series paper. They coordinate with the Peaceful Deer. So that's that bundle, that's that punch. And then they also have some gingham. And here's some kind of birch looking background, some gorgeous stripes. And then we're going to use this one as well as, darn it, the reverse side of that. And then look at this green with the trees, some green with dots, and then this green with snowflakes. So gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This is a celebration choice, so you can choose this with a $50 purchase. Okay, so now what do we have? And I can see I've got some comments. Let me see if I can see that. Hello, Linda. Hi, Johnny. All right, so I have a base of cherry cobbler. So this is in the Regals family. Cherry cobbler and Real Red are both in the Regals family. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I have scored it at 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of Real Red. So this is a Real Red layer that it is 3 1/4 this way by 5. Then I have a piece of DSP, which is just 1/4 inch in from that. So it is 3 by 4 3/4. Then I have a piece of cherry cobbler that is, oh, where'd you go? 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And a piece of Whisper or Basic White that is 2 1/4 by 4, and then I have another piece of white that is 3/4 by 2, and a piece of red that is 1 by 2 1/4. I am casing today from Heidi Collins. She does such beautiful, beautiful work, and I've seen lots of things that I loved, but this made me, I had to jump right on this. I'm also going to snag a snowflake from the Wonderful Snowflakes embellishment. So you get, what, 24 snowflakes in the pack. And they're kind of got some little iridescence to them. All right, so how does this work? And where did my other... Okay, I'll grab that. All right, so paper piecing means that we're going to let a piece of paper, we're going to piece a piece of paper into the design rather than color it. So we're going to use this as her skirt. So I have stamped I started at the bottom, and actually my first time around I did not measure. I stamped first, and then I figured out what my measurements were. So I'm going to stamp this in Memento Black because I am coloring with the Stampin' Blends. If I were coloring with watercolor markers, with watercolor pencils or the ink pads, I would be using StazOn ink to minimize the running of my colors. Okay, so that is the foot pattern I've selected. And then the top, I'm just going to line up the waistband of her skirt with this black border in the top stamp. And I'm sorry if I got my head in that. Okay, so I think I came in a little bit shy on that. It's not going to show. Then I need to stamp the skirt again on a piece of Designer Series paper. So I've got a piece of Designer Series paper here, And I'm just inking up the bottom part of this because I don't need her legs and feet. I just need the skirt. And then that last piece of stamping, I'm going to add a little bit of, going to give her some grounding. Like that. Okay, so that is that. Then the only other thing to stamp is our greeting. I think this stamp set could have used a little conditioning that it didn't get before I started using it, because once I found this design, I jumped in. Okay, so that's that. And I think that is probably all of our stamping. So I'm just going to set that out of the way, and then I'll show you. We could actually start layering a few things up. So we can lay this, oh gosh, this looks really big. I am going to trim this, right? So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down. But my mat is way too big. So I'll let that set and then I'll trim it down. I can put these two together as well. This set, you know, it's in the mini catalog, which we associate with fall holidays. Please realize that it has so much more opportunity. What about tags on your birthday gifts or birthday cards, graduation cards, anything with gifts associated with it, right? Okay, this one will go here once we are finished. All right, so let's see if I can cut out our little skirt. And remember, now, most of the time when you are fussy cutting, you are going to cut and leave a border. When you are paper piecing, you need to be on the line. You could actually be a little in the line and let the stamped line be the line. How's that for a tongue twister, right? So I am cutting, for the most part, just inside the line. Turn your paper, not your scissors. So this weekend was kind of a rough weekend in Middle Tennessee. We experienced some flash flooding in our western portions of Middle Tennessee. Loss of property and loss of life, tragically. So be thinking of those families and communities in your prayers. You'll probably see opportunities to help out with, to offer some resources for those in need. Now, I'm going to bring this up, but I don't know that you'll be able to see that the line that's actually showing is the stamped line and not the line that's stamped on the skirt. See, the line on the skirt, I really cut it off. So when I put it in place, it's the line on the white that I stamped that is showing. Okay? And I'm going to bring in this one because I think it's just a little bit better. Yeah, and it might have come in a little bit close right there. You can't see it, but I can see it up close here. I could take a black marker and fill that in if I needed to. Okay, now before I glue this down, I'm going to color these presents. And oh my gosh, the coloring that Heidi did on hers is just gorgeous. But let's see if I can find. All right, so I want some Old Olive and Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to grab my color lifter. I know I'm going to need Ivory for her skin tones. So here's my Ivory. And maybe some crumb cake. All right. Now, I may not take the time in the video to really color this as nicely as I would like to, but Heidi has some super beautiful shading. I am excited. In September, I am starting participating in a coloring class, and I'm going to learn so many great coloring techniques. I just can't wait. So I colored my light first, and now I'm just going to come back and add some dark. And then I'll blend that out a little bit. All right. And you know what? I'm going to go present by present because I'm afraid if I don't, I will make a mess. I'm always impressed by people that have beautiful presents, beautiful gifts under their trees, and then they coordinate. Oh my gosh. All of my life I have been doing well if I manage to get the gifts under the tree before Christmas morning. Last week I went with some friends and visited, oops, wrong end, the Christmas store that is opening in Mount Juliet. So just across the river from me. I'm not a big shopper, but I have a friend that's working at that store, and she loves it. She decorates beautifully for Christmas. And it was loads of fun. I even came home with a little tree, a little flocked tree. I'm super excited to actually decorate for Halloween this year. A lot of times Halloween sneaks up on me. I love, love, love Halloween, but I haven't done a great job of getting decorations up or even a good costume. I'll try and do better this year. All right, and this little guy, you do kind of need to let these gel, you know, kind of become set would be a better word. This is all going to be darker because the way it's under there. Several years ago, before I became a demonstrator, I was at a retreat with a friend, a new friend, who does this beautiful, beautiful coloring. And where am I taking the coloring class? I'm taking it from a demonstrator in the UK, so it's all online. And it'll be recorded, but I have every intention of being up for the live broadcast at 4 a.m. Central. But Linda, if you want to know more, reach out to me. I'm hoping that I pick up some tips that I can then pass along. What was I forgot? Lost my train of thought. Dang it. I don't know. Can anyone do that class? I don't know if she's full or not, Johnny. Reach out to me privately and I'll see what I can find out for you. Well, I know that it's possible I won't make all of the sessions at 4 a.m., but my goal is to get up at 4 a.m. and participate. So I'm curious, did anyone else, have you all gotten this stamp set? Did it catch your eye? Oh, I was telling you about my friend Lisa, who loves to color, and she does beautiful, beautiful coloring. And, you know, the patience and the time that she takes when she's coloring, it's just amazing. But I said, oh my gosh, I would never, ever, okay, I was old enough to know better, to never, ever use the words never, ever, but I threw it right out there into the world, into the atmosphere. And now I find coloring relaxing. I love that it demands a little concentration, and I don't know, I have to give it my attention, and that speaks to me where I am right now. But I'm super excited to show you all this paper piecing. I think so far I've managed to say paper piecing. Which is really incredible. I'm loving how this is looking. What about you all? Of course, I got the caps off of so many markers over here. It is a recipe for disaster. But we don't lack too much, and we'll have the presents colored. And then there's just a little bit left, and then we'll add her skirt. And then we'll just put our pieces together. The first week that I am off is Labor Day week, and I am planning to do a Facebook Live every day of the week. I might not always be in this group because I have a few different groups, pages that I post in, and I'll vary up the times of day. But I thought that would be a great way to show a bunch of projects or techniques, or who knows. Just a great way to celebrate that I don't have to get up at 5 a.m., but I probably will. But there are so many. I just love the mini catalog. There's so many projects. I don't know how else we could get through them. But I'd love to know what you think. You know, if there were opportunities to get together during the day for class, is that something that would appeal to you? And I'm thinking in person. I know that that may not be possible long term, depending on what happens with COVID. Scary, scary times. Trying to put some caps back on. Okay, and we have the ivory. So I think the ivory and the bronze come together as a duo, and then the color lifter is sold separately. A lot of times when I'm doing faces, I'll do this ivory and I'll come in with a really just a pale pink and add some cheek color. And then you can add additional layers of ivory, or you can use the color lifter to kind of move the color a bit. And this is going to come in just like this. Come on. And really just like a thin layer of Tombow to get this to lay as flat as possible. But I don't want to squeeze it out and make a mess. What do you think? Isn't that cool? All right, so let's layer this up. While that sets, I'm going to grab a snowflake. Okay, this is really delicate. It feels more like plastic than paper, but it also seems to be very, very delicate. Okay, so there's our snowflake, and then I'm going to grab this cording. Okay. Yes, Rosemary, this is an awesome stamp set. I aspire to be this put together that I can wear a skirt and matching shoes and my presents all coordinate. My family would think that I'd been taken over by aliens if I were to show up like that. Okay, I'm going to cut this snowflake pretty much in half. And I'm going to let, part of it stick out over here. Now, if you had die cut this, this would be an awesome time to have, okay, this is the iridescent side, to have those adhesive sheets in use. Because I really don't have very many places I can add adhesive. I'm going to let this peek out. Like that. That's going to be covered by this, so don't worry. Well, now I've lost the rest of my snowflake. Here it is. Oh, it's hiding. Too light of a color. And the same thing. And hopefully that'll be hidden. So that should be hidden by that. This is quite a few layers because you'd need a white layer for inside as well. This is going to just come like that. Because there's so many layers, I don't think I'm going to pop that up because I'm going to have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a lot of, but it doesn't have any bling, so maybe I will go ahead and pop it up. Now, I got a little bit of glue right up here. I don't know if you can see. Once this is dry, I can lift that off with a little eraser. And I want this to be pretty well centered. Let's see if I can. No, got more on the top. Okay. And then this one. Okay, I'm going to add some Seal Plus. Oh, good to know. So Dollar Tree carries those little pickup erasers that you can use. All right, so this cording, I think it's in the annual catalog, the big catalog. It's called Simply Elegant Trim. It is. It's in the big catalog. It's part of the Simply Elegant suite. And I think this is bigger. Oh my gosh. And they are $1. Okay. So let's see if that's, see how that works. Oh gosh, I forgot to cut this down. Okay. So I've cut this down to more like an 1/8 of an inch border instead of a full quarter. And no, it is not straight. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, try that again. This little cording is kind of like herding cats. It doesn't cooperate. It has a mind of its own. All right, couple dimensionals on that. And I bet I need to do a double over here because that's going to be hanging off. Put this like, okay. So see what I mean about herding cats? I want this to be all right. So yes, it needs a white liner for the inside, but how gorgeous is that? I am in love. I can't wait to try it with some of the hand-pinned designer series paper, and there's other, let's see. So she can be carrying lots of different things. She can carry this little little pine tree, evergreen tree, this little more fall arrangement, and look, instead of this beautiful classic skirt, she could wear more of a rain boot look or snow coat, and there are even little tights. So cute. Yeah, I absolutely love this, and I hope that you do too. I can't wait to see what you create with this, and can't wait to show you what else I create with it. Don't forget, celebration still going strong, and I got lots in planned. I'd love to know what interests you, so be sure and let me know. That host code and website, let's see if I can find them again. So there is my website for ordering and joining, RSVPing for classes, and there is the current host code. Thank you so much for being here today with me, and I hope that you'll be back to Zoom at 7 o'clock. That we do not stream that to Facebook. It is strictly the Zoom link is here in this group or on this page, but the Zoom takes place. We don't record it. We don't stream it. So, but join the fun. Bring whatever you're working on, and we'll have a good time. Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.